The Black Diamond Cup is top-tier footy at its finest here in the AFL Hunter Central Coast. And today, live and exclusive with The Scene, we are bringing you the big match from Max McMahon Oval, the home of the mighty Maitland Saints, where they'll be hosting the front runners, the Killarney Vale Bombers, who are star-studded, jam-packed with talent, and they're up here to send a message out to the rest of the league. But the Maitland Saints will have plenty to say about that, albeit lacking a few of their stars. One they're not lacking is the man on the screen right now, and the tail of the tape for the Maitland Saints. A 2-5 record in 2026, 362 points kicked for. They are sitting 6th on the ladder, hoping they can finish strong and get some finals. The 36 points last time they met. On the opposite end, 5-2 for the Killarney Vale Bombers, 689 points scored with a absolute jam-packed weaponry in the forward line. They're sitting 3rd on the ladder, but make no mistake, they're likely to climb up a little higher again. In their last meeting, they kicked 46 points. The man on your screen right there for the Maitland Saints, the captain, he is courageous, he's skilled, and he's playing his 150th milestone game. We wish him the very best. He is a great player. He's done so well for the Maitland Saints in recent years, and he'll be doing a big job in the midfield, is Riley Newstead. So we wish him the very best. 150 games, nothing to be shirked at. I've picked the Killarney Vale Bombers by 60 points. I picked them the same score for the women's competition as well. But Shane, you did exactly the same.
It's copycat week this week, isn't it?
Isn't
it's copycat week.
We're almost the identical person. We've been working together for so long now. We both picked the same margins and the same result. Not hard to probably pick Killarney Vale in this one here. Maitland Saints are lacking 2 of their biggest and most important players, and we'll talk about that a little bit as the game goes on. But their spearhead and their prime mover in the middle are both missing today, and we wish them the best for their speedy recoveries so they can come back and keep this Maitland side moving forward. They'll have a tough day here today, the Maitland Saints, no doubt. The Killarney Vale Bombers with much to prove. I'm Corey Hopper. You know me as Chop, and I'm joined with Shane Darwin, the finest camera operator / commentator. Wonder what we could come up with a name for that particular role in local footy. Make no mistake, he's bringing the pictures on the scene. And we're also specially joined with a fresh face who's been with us before, Arabella Tarpey, in the middle, making this commentary box look a little better than it usually does, I've got to say.
Yeah,
welcome, Arabella. Great to have you.
Corey. Yeah, something a little different out of my area, but yeah, I've played a few seasons around the area, so
yes.
Yeah,
Well,
up in Victoria, AFL's everything.
It
so.
is, isn't it? Down there, Victoria, absolutely the home of it. Well, you know, second home after WA, of course, but you have done a lot of commentating, calling, surfing. There'll be waves here for sure, but not the ones that you're used to, I think. It'll be more like some rolling waves of momentum here and there.
Yeah, it's certainly a different, to adjust, but yeah, super keen to get into this, so yeah.
Well, it's going to move quick, make no mistake.
Before they ball it up, you'll see the socks there on the umpires. It is Pride Round today, so celebrating Pride Round and a great footy record that Ollie Croft put out as well. That's online, so get yourself a copy of that record.
Excellent work. We do love these special occasions, and this is no exception. We're underway, Black Diamond Cup Men's Division, and we're off and racing. Mahallam, the rucker for the Bombers, trying to get hold of it, but it's the Maitland Saints to get the first kick. It's picked up quickly on the halfback and rebounded by the Bombers. They'll want a good start here today. Hand-pass looping over the top. Mahallam's kick is smothered off the boot. The players converging on the loose ball now. It's in dispute. Working hard to try and get it out of the Saints. They're going to have a tough day today, but make no mistake, they're a courageous lot. They play an exciting brand of football, and you can expect a lot of dash and a lot of vigour from them today. Their 2 sides previously to today, the Women's Cup and the Men's Plate, have both went down in gallant form. They both played amazing games against good sides and pushed them to the best of their ability. I expect the same to happen with the Men's Cup here today, as we have a stoppage right on the forward 50 for the Maitland Saints. And when we get to go through the side a little bit and read some of these names, it just keeps getting better and better for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Their season 2026 is looking so exciting as they make this kick towards their forward 50, repelling it well. Right there was Riley Newstead. Expect him to have a presence on the field today. And we've got another stoppage here. So it will be interesting to see how this one goes. I tell you, it could be a danger game for the Killarney Vale Bombers, and we saw that with Warners Bay last week against the Wyong in a much unexpected, dramatic upset win. Unlike anything we've seen, Shane, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah, it was full of heart, and they just got over the line in the end. It was great.
Yeah, so
and we've seen plenty of heart in the first two grades we've covered today here at Maitland too, so we expect the men's cup team to show similar.
Yeah, beware the wounded underdog, they say. Nonetheless, this side for the Bombers just gets stronger and stronger. Kick forward, and it's marked by the jackpot. He hand passes over the top. He's got a player moving in there. Another succession of hand passes. That's Stanley Velt this time round. And one spearhead to another. He gets it to Brandon Lloyd. And I imagine that's happening a lot most weeks here for the Adelaide Street Oval crew. Brandon Lloyd, the spoon man, to kick the first one. Degree of difficulty, 7.6, which means it's definitely in his realm. Anything lower than 6, and he usually doesn't get it. Higher than 6, he nails it. And he's put that one across the face, out of bounds on the full, in fact. So, unexpected, but don't make no mistake. He will kick those. Once he tunes that radar, he'll probably put himself on bag rating form. Kick across the face. Maitland trying hard to get hold of it. Lloyd does well to get his opponent out of the way there. Hand pass up to Henderson. Here's to Castelnuovo. And they've wrapped up here. Saints have done well. They've hand passed inboard. Cornford there gets his hand pass in. It's a scramble now. They've done well to turn the ball over here, the Saints, and they got the numbers to do something with it here. High contact made. Free kick to the Saints. So they get to steady here, Arabella, as we welcome you into the commentary here for Men's Cup.
Yeah, sorry, just having a look at the team list, getting my head around all these new names. But, yeah, it looks like Saints just looking to slow down this play down the wing and really look for their target. So 23 now. Oh, don't even have him on my sheet.
Yeah, that's Carroll. He might have come in late, but he also played in the men's plate match earlier today. So gallant effort and a great clubman to be following that up.
Yeah, he must have been a last minute add-in. So, yeah, sorry about that one. But, yeah, Bombers now moving it forward. Just looking to centre it there, but a little bit of a fumble. And, yeah, real scrappy start to the game. You can see both teams.
It's definitely a fast, frenetic pace in Men's Cup. It's they start out of the boxes like greyhounds. They want to get that early score on. Maitland done well there, roving the ball beautifully off that stoppage. High ball towards the middle. No mark taken. 2 Bombers versus 1 Saint. The Saint rolls the dice, gets a toe poke. Forward, half forward area now for the Maitland Saints. Too good. There's too many of them. The ball there resuscitated by James Bragg. Good to see the name Bragg back into the senior side. So I think he got his first match with the cup side last week, James Bragg. So good to see. One of a few Braggs that have come through the Killarney Vale Bombers ranks from juniors into seniors. I guess you could say they have bragging rights with a couple of Braggs floating around, one would say. Well, I would anyway, as Henderson goes up and takes a fingertipper high, just about long enough to be able to keep that. Umpire doesn't pay it. Instead, there's a pylon of bodies right on the 50-metre arc, far side, hard up against the boundary. Acute angle for goal for the Killarney Vale Bombers, but they'll still work those angles as best as possible. Good tap down, bundled off the ball. I reckon a free kick might be ensuing there. And going the way of the Bombers. Kick forward, so presenting is Stanley Velt. Santa goals, he's been tagged. Newstead gets a quick hand pass. They're in congestion, follows that up beautifully. The 150 gamer gets a quick boot to it. Bundled out of the opposition was Edward Hayden. He puts a tackle on, but the player didn't have the ball. And a free kick ensues. Kicker is Harrison Stewart. Another new name in that lineup for the Bombers. We'll get a bit of a read on some of his attributes as we go. The kick was chopped off and marked by the Saints. Newstead has it again now. He's active early on in the piece. Brand new white boots, it appears, for the ceremony and the event that it is. We won't miss Riley Newstead. No doubt they'll be dirty by the end of it with the Miles Hill cover in them. So mark to the Bombers on the far side there, Arabella.
Yeah, so it'd be great for Pride Round if we saw them all with the socks as well, but I know in the women's teams they sometimes get around it, but yeah, a big round this one. Obviously, we're just dealing with some team lists. Yeah, some of the names aren't on there, but looks like the Bombers now sending it long. 18.
Stanley Vale, yeah, that was a free kick for sure. It was incorrect disposal, but the free kick's going to... Oh, well, no, the umpire saw it differently. It looks like Stanley Velt's getting the free kick, so he mustn't have had control of the ball.
There's a fine line between held without it and incorrect disposal.
Wasn't it? I reckon when your goal kicking tally sitting on near 50, yes, I think gets the benefit of the doubt. A wonderful player, great addition to the Killarney Vale Bombers lineup, isn't he?
Now I'm going to say it and regret it, but he's one of the best kicks from this distance in the league.
Yep. Well,
so watch him miss this one completely.
Yeah, Shane.
Do you, Moz, Shane? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm Moz as good as the rest of them.
Kicking from outside 50, he'll probably launch it from about 45, regular angle. It's a beautiful strike. No Moz on that at all. Shane Darwin calls it best. He's going to call the lead into all the goal kickers' day today, that's for sure, because there was no mistake made. Geez, we had a good angle on it from here. Stanley Vale opens up the account for the Killarney Vale Bombers, probably a little longer than we would have expected. 8 minutes into it, testament to the fighting spirit of the Maitland Saints here today. And they go to 6 points versus 0 even. 8 minutes into the quarter. And a good battle ensuing so far. Expect to see a few more. That is a power-punching forward line that the Killarney Vale Bombers boast. And, of course, if you weren't aware of it already, a returning favourite son last week to their fold was much enjoyed. Not here today, unfortunately. But no doubt we'll cover him before too long as the Maitland Saints have a 4-8. Beautiful kick. It's long. It's just offline. But I tell you what, who kicked that? That was a weapon. Was that Jed Gaston? I think it may well have been. He's also played a game today. These Maitland Saints, I tell you what, I'm so impressed with them. They just turn up. Doesn't matter what the odds are or what it is against them. They show up. And right now, look who's got the ball, ladies and gentlemen. You might not recognise him with that streamlined hairstyle, because last time you saw him gracing the fields of Adelaide Street Oval in that jumper, he had a flowing mane, a mullet that was synonymous with everything that we loved about the Killarney Vale Bombers a couple of years ago. Luke Flack, the brother of Holly Flack, the star of the women's team, has returned and is enjoying his first selection in Men's Cup. So good to see him. That's his first possession there. It won't be his last, no doubt. I think I prefer the mullet, to tell you the truth, Luke, just between you and me. I thought it was between him and Ryan Arthur. I thought
him, Ryan Arthur, Reeve Simmons, they had a good run there with mullets for a while, didn't they?
The source of their powers, actually, but it appears not. As the Maitland Saints try to create something, Oliver Latta has the ball now. He kicks it high towards centre forward. Disciplined kick indeed. Keeping his feet, though, and at the back of that pack was Jordan Kenobi, also sporting a new do. A lot less hair at Killarney Vale, and that's by choice rather than genetics this year, it seems. Carroll chops that one off. He gets literally hit by the jackpot there. Jackson Potter resuscitates the ball back for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Flack kicks inboard. The big recipient of that one now is Ryan Arthur. They send the ball off. It's in the hands of Henderson now of the Lachlan variety. Long kick into the forward 50 for the Bombers now. And reading it best is Brandon Lloyd at the back. So he's taking a mark. He'll set up for his second shot at goal. Yet to kick one now. But this one, probably a slightly easier degree of difficulty. But you would like to back him in for this one now. Sitting high up in the goal-kicking tally once again, always is. He is a perpetual top 5 goal kicker for the league in recent seasons. And it looks just offline. So still calibrating that radar. But when it's in, oh my goodness, is it a good one?
Well, the last one was out of bounds on the full, so he's getting closer.
Well, that's good news. Good news for everybody, especially the Bombers fans. And that's gone out of bounds without being touched, I think. So free kick ensuing, and the recipient of that is Kelvin Bond. And he sees the jackpot in the middle. He's hit the jackpot with that kick. Jackson.
Or it's Goodall, I think, is it?
Is it?
I think it's Goodall.
My apologies, Alex. Well, it's still all Goodall. All good.
All Goodall. Yep, all Goodall.
Well, it's all good. Goodall. That's how they say it in Killarney Vale. It's Goodall. Alex Goodall. Good mark. Hit with a wonderful kick by Bond. Look at that. That's dead straight. Mate, you could measure that with a set square and there would be no variable whatsoever. Well done. It's all good, Goodall.
I didn't even follow the ball on the camera because I just had the confidence the way he was moving away there that he had slotted that one like it was 3 metres out.
Well, that was brilliant. And I tell you, yeah, it's good all day long with that. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that surname. We'll get the exact right pun by the end of the day, Alex, I assure you. That's what we try and do. We aim high. As we sit back in the middle. Ball up now. Mahallam versus Solowedge. Neither one getting any real ascendancy there. Ball goes straight down to their feet. Mifsud gets hold of it, crunched before he gets a chance to dispose of it, but he's back at it like a terrier, and we come to expect that. Good battle ensuing, but the Maitland Saints are the ones who get the kick, and they've got it now, running off with it. I think that's Richie who's got hold of it. I can't see it at the long distance. Long kick into the forward line now. And no mark taken. It's come off hands and gone out of bounds, but not the worst result for the Maitland Saints. They're certainly putting up a great performance. They just need to try and get that ball through the goals. Tough thing to do when your spearhead is not there presenting in the way that he does. Ball up now. I think that Mifsud gets hold of it, gets his hand pass out, I think. I can't get a read on that player over there, but nonetheless, the Maitland Saints have snatched it off them. They've got hold of it now. Pankhurst, looping hand pass out wide. He finds his teammate in Richie, but they've coughed it up now, and it's the Bombers that take hold. Still with it, Pankhurst pounces on it, and he regathers it back for the Saints. He's looking for Cornford in the middle, finds Newstead instead. He runs straight through the middle, sends a booming kick to the forward line. But unfortunately, it's chopped off by...
Stewart, I think.
Is that Stewart or Bragg? Nonetheless, doesn't matter. He doesn't have it now. It's further afield. And it looks like Kelvin Bond has it. He kicks towards the middle. Presenting beautifully. Oh, that was Stanley Velt. He didn't get it. Cornford reads it beautifully at ground level. Wheels around and gets an epic kick to a leading forward. It's nicely done. And I think that's Richie who's got it now. Kicks it forward. Got a presenting forward for the Saints. Brings it down to ground level. They've won it at ground level, the Saints. They're trying desperately to trap it in. And I'm going to smash this iPad any minute now because it keeps... Some settings just decided to come on and disappear, and it takes our team names with it. So it's going to be an expensive day for me if it does it again. Looping hand pass over the back. It doesn't matter. None of the numbers are right anyway.
Yeah, it's all wrong anyway.
It is. It's ridiculous. Where are these actual team sheets? So the kick inboard by the Saints. They've done well. It's just been chopped off now. Mifsud ruins the party for the Maitland Saints. He'll do the right thing with it and does. That's the jackpot, isn't it? Let's go with yes.
I was just trying to work it out. I wasn't ignoring it. I was just trying to work
all right,
it out.
mate. So kick into the middle now. It's a scramble, and we'll have a ball up. Arabella, you have a turn. You can have a turn. I keep forgetting to hand it over.
I don't know what's happened to this iPad, but yeah, every time I go to call it, it's yes. Obviously, these teams are unfamiliar to me, so I'm just getting my head around the players. But there's definitely been some standouts. So yeah, we've seen obviously no team really showing dominance at this stage, but obviously Killarney Vale's got the 2 goals. Very much back and forth, fast play throughout the match so far. And yeah, what a game that last one was. Obviously, yeah, Killarney Vale coming away with the win, but Maitland just putting up such a great fight.
Yeah,
and
as they are doing in this one too.
Yeah. So
it looks like it's been the order of the day. They know they've come up against tough opposition, but they have got the goods and they work hard at it. They've got the ball now. Cornford on his own on the wing does well. He's been active so far. Cornford, love seeing him in the side. Been a fan for a few seasons now. Long kick. They've got work to do now. Bundled out of it with relative ease. And they're out of danger for the time being, the Bombers. It's Jaden Banfield who got him out. They've got it back again now. Trying to get Cornford. He's courageous in that he's looking over his shoulder to try and take that mark. He can't do it. Great tackle, though. He follows that up. He looks like he's ready to go, doesn't he?
Yeah, the Maitland Saints just really firing up here, and these ruck contests have been pretty mutual. Like, no strong,
Salowej and Mahallam going head-to-head there. No one really getting any true ascendancy, although Mahallam's not in it at the moment. But Hayden, it's the Hayden variety. So we've got two Mahallams out there. And Hayden in number 22, Logan in 13. Both fantastic contributors to the Killarney Vale Bombers. Bond bundles his direct opponent Hales out of that contest and is, as a result, penalised for it. So Hales now with the ball for the Maitland Saints, weighing up the options. A little chip kick over the top is effective, does well. Wheeling around now the Maitland Saints, they're kicking it into the forward line. Always exciting when they get it there. They play a great brand of footy, and I would have done that too.
He looked out to me, I know that.
Yeah.
The umpire thought the same.
He almost got away with that one there. But
he did.
Yeah,
you know what? Jed Gaston that was. I would have paid that for creativity. He did a wonderful job, didn't he?
Sold it for sure.
Oh, handball over the top. The Bombers have done well there. They've worked something out of nothing. Cornford again. Quick hand pass over the top. Castel Nuovo pounces on it for the Bombers. He's got an option in Brandon Lloyd, a long way from home on the wing, but a good place for him to be because he follows that up with a outstandingly weighted kick. Wheeling around. The kick is going towards goal here for the Bombers. Work to do now for the Maitland Saints, but there's plenty of them to be able to share that load. Kick now to the half-back, just inboard. Beautiful work. Oliver Ladder takes the mark, settles things down at half-back for the Maitland Saints. They're being worn closely here. Newstead offers a short option. Not the Ladder goes with the ladder, and that ladder option being Ritchie. Looking further afield. Dangerous stuff. And Hayden Mahallam does very well there to intercept that and bring it to a 50-50 stoppage. And just lets him know about it as well as he heads to the boundary line. Interchange. Stanley Velt back on the field. Intriguing contest so far. 2-1-13 plays just the solitary point so far. Maitland keeping the Bombers at bay. Great hand pass out there. Kick around the body. And ending him off is Jackson Potter. He gets his hand pass inboard. And now it's Arthur who finishes it off, sending it deep into the forward line and a strong mark. That was taken by Pankhurst. He's having a good day so far. He does like the ball up high. Very strong up there. He gets it to his captain. 150 of some of the finest games Maitland Saints have seen by this man. He's been there through the thick and thin. Kicks it back to Pankhurst. They switch over. Nicely done, the Maitland Saints. This is where they're good. When they get a run on and move that ball, pull the trigger and take it on. They've been stymied now. Back at kick inboard. Dangerous, dangerous kick, and it hasn't come off. Unfortunately, too much height on that one, and the Bombers were looming. The mark's been taken by Castel Nuovo. We saw his younger brother in action in the plate game earlier today. And not to be outdone, Tom now will line up for a goal. Something Brother Jake wasn't able to do in the last game. Good kick, distance, no problem. Accuracy, no problem. Castel Nuovo, straight through the middle. The favourite name to say in the entire league. And he does that well with a goal. Thank you very much, Tom. You made my day.
Yeah, it was a quick turnover there as well. Like, the Saints had it down in their forward 50, and the Bombers just proving to be slightly more dominant there, being able to convert and get the score on the points on the scoreboard. So, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. They are a dominant force this year. A lot of big ins and recruits and returns to the club, and it is looking like a very good possible year for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Of course, they won the premiership in 2022 and did it in great fashion, and then have virtually gone into the wilderness. A lot of things not quite working for them for a couple of years, but that core group remains, and a whole heap of ins this year see them as potentially one of the most exciting sides for 2026. They're sitting third, and they have an eye on top spot. New coach Ben Roberts has done a great job pulling this side together, and they look like they're just starting to really hit those type of straps, although the Maitland Saints are really gallant in their defence of this. They are resisting with some kind of degree here, and we are certainly enjoying the contest. Obviously digging deep for their much-loved captain, Riley Newstead. So good ruck work there by the Saints. Unfortunately, the ground dwellers not quite as good as the Bombers, and the ball is kicked forward almost immediately off that hands. Emily not able to take the mark on that occasion. Series of hand passes, see the ball further afield towards goal. Stanley Velt is beaten on this occasion, and convincingly by Pankhurst. He's done very well there. Kind of made him look a little lethargic, actually, Pankhurst. He had a bit of spark in his step. Unfortunately, his kick's chopped off further afield, and it's now in the hands of Mifsud. The heart and soul. If there was a spiritual leader of the Killarney Vale Bombers, it would have to be Miffy for sure. He kicks it low trajectory. Pankhurst gets hold of it again. He's doing a mountain of work in that defensive line there. He keeps getting better every year, Pankhurst. There's no doubt about that. Flack gets the ball, hand pass outboard, and it's in the hands of Newstead now. They've turned it over here, and he's got a good option. Oh, the mark should have been taken. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it. Still over the top of the ball now, and a few cavalry members for the Maitland Saints arrive, but they've got to beat the speedster. That's the best way to do it. Get him off his feet so he can't run. Hand pass now with Newstead. Long kick into the forward line. Geez, he delivers the ball well, and it's in the hands of Jed Gaston. He's got an option further afield, and it's Newstead. He should get a free kick for that, and does. No, he doesn't. Ball that plays on. Geez, it was ambitious, there's no doubt, but if you're going to try it, take the risk, it would be with your captain, Riley Newstead, no doubt, and he was probably unlucky. He could have got a free kick there. Still in the fray. They're not without a chance here. The hand pass back to Mifsud is probably most likely going to work in favour with the Killarney Vale Bombers, and it does indeed. That mark taken by Brady Manette. There's a series of names I've never seen before. Well, I don't know where they keep getting these players from, but I think they're breeding them in a laboratory underneath the hangar. They have to be, because they are all new names and they are all good. But Maitland Saints are not letting them get away with it, are they, Shane?
No, it's almost breath of quarter time, and it's only a 3-goal margin, which is pretty good considering. Maitland really bringing it to the Bombers.
Yeah, a Wellborn just slipped at the crucial moment. They're allowed the jackpot to go in there and get that mark. So they're away again. I tell you what, the Maitland Saints have played very well in that quarter to keep the Bombers restricted to just the 3-1. And I think that a lot of people might have been expecting an even bigger quarter than that from the Bombers. Maitland Saints, today is a gallant Saint day, isn't it? They're going to find it tough to get the victory. Not impossible, but I tell you what, they're playing with a spirit that I find admirable and enjoyable. But right now, it's 3-1-19. The Bombers leading just the 1 point to the Maitland Saints, the home side. We'll go to a break, and we'll be back with the second quarter in no time at all.
The umpires call the players back out onto the field after quarter time. Ben Roberts just getting the final few words into his charges as Maitland make their way back out. Certainly a few changes being around. We're fortunate enough to be broadcasting above the Killarney Vale bench with renovations on at the moment. You can see the fencing in the foreground of the screen there. We are down one end, and Ben Roberts there making a few changes, moving a few positions around. I don't think he was unhappy with the first quarter, but Maitland certainly came out of that pretty well with plenty of effort, keeping them within 3 goals. When the Bombers do go forward to their high goal-kicking targets in Lloyd and Stanley Veldt, though, they do look good. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes as this game goes on. Still 75 minutes of playing time left and plenty of opportunity for either team to change the situation. But as we stand right now, Corey, it's 3-1-19 to 1 behind 1 as Killarney Vale look to assert their ascendancy.
Very much enjoying this contest indeed. Maitland Saints, although they lack a little bit of firepower today with their two big stars, Zach Stewart, not in the engine room there to help out Riley Newstead today with a hamstring. We can expect him back next week, I believe. They are putting up a gallant resistance against an emerging Killarney Vale Bombers side, and we've enjoyed that first quarter indeed. 3-1-19, they lead the Maitland Saints by just kicked the 1 point, not without their opportunities though. They went very perilously close at the end of that last first quarter, but no doubt they'll get themselves on that scoreboard, open up that goal account before too long indeed. This has been a great ruck duel between Solowage and Mahallam, and guaranteed to continue. A series of hand passes. Luke Flack comes through like a bolt of lightning and doubles up, gets it again. This is where he's at his best, dashing off half back. Great kick, finds Bond. He takes off immediately. Long kick forward. He's got an option there in Stanley Veld. He can't get it. Walter Pankhurst is just ruining his day every time it comes down. Hand pass out to Wellborn. Good succession of hand passes there by the Maitland Saints. They finish off with a kick to the wing, but the jackpot is called. It's the multi-machine jackpot right there. He's kicked it and rebounded it. His kick did not match the efforts of the mark, unfortunately. Still a collect nonetheless by the Bombers. And now Wellborn will take the free kick for out of bounds. Long one. No mark taken. Solowage roves at best. Kicks it forward, still with the Saints. Coming in for assistance and taken possibly high. It was indeed. The umpire agrees. And that was Bailey Ritchie. He switches. He's found a teammate over the other side. I think that could be, that's private player. He's done well with that kick though. And outside there, the Maitland Saints have forged their way into a goal-scoring opportunity. A great effort, and look who it is. This man is tireless. He works at both ends of the ground. Starts in the middle, but you can invariably expect to see him deep in defence, assisting there, and then chiming in for a couple of goals as well. Riley Newstead for a goal in his 150th milestone game. One of the favourite sons for a long time here at the Maitland Saints, and he would deserve this indeed. It'll be a ripping start for the Maitland Saints if he can slot this one through. He's a good man. I would suggest the footy gods are on his side to a great degree today. And they are indeed. They helped him steer that one through. Make no mistake, you did a lot of that yourself, Riley, but I reckon the footy gods are there with you today too. Because you're a great serviceman and contributor to the league, and certainly to your football club, and a well-deserved finish for him there in his 150th milestone game. Riley Newstead starring as usual. What an important player to this lineup he is. Did you enjoy that goal, Arabella?
Yeah, we got the scene replay on screen there, and yeah, as you said, I think the footy gods were on his side as well, but obviously, yeah, backed himself to go for it. So 150 games, and he's got a first score for Maitland under his belt. So
yep,
it's a great start for him.
The only thing that would have made that better is kicking a minute into the first quarter and then following it up with another 4. But that's very hard to do by any player, let alone Riley Newstead. So there's still time, Riley. Keep at it. As the ball is now held up at half forward. They are doing a wonderful job here, the Maitland Saints. In their half-back region now, Solowage wins that one clearly. Taps it down to his prime movers at ground level. Flack really, almost like he's had no rest from football at all. He's on fire at the moment. Stanley Velt taps that one forward. Flack outnumbered on this occasion. Scrappy hand pass by the Saints. Wellborn could have got a free kick. There was a bit of contact to his head. He's on the bottom of the pack there. Umpire says, I'll have a ball up, and that seems fair enough to me. Mustering around. Seems like a lot of Saints around this stoppage. And Goodall gets a hand pass out. Some contact made to Luke Flack's head there, and that's a great piece of contact there. Oliver Ladder met heavily by Ryan Arthur. Two tough customers there, standing up tall. That time Mahallam gets ascendancy in the ruck knock. Arthur ducks a tackle. Hand passes to a running Jackpot. He kicks forward. No mark taken. Wellborn gets it and takes control from Maitland. They're doing well here, albeit up against it. But Stanley Vale chimes in, ruins the party for the Maitland Saints defence and takes a leaping chest mark. And he's having a tough day against Walter Pankhurst. He's got him well held up till now.
Yeah, Pankhurst just drifted off him there because Maitland had the ball. It was just an unlucky turnover for Wally.
And I don't know if I should call him Saint Nick today because they're playing the Saints and it might get confusing. But he is the patron saint of goals for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Santa goals. Father kicks much. Whatever you want to say, that's Christmas related. He brings presents looking just like that. 6-point goals at a time. And they are unwrapped and served to you down the chimney. Well done, NSV, with his second for today. Despite being well held by Walter Pankhurst, he still finds a way through those big sticks.
Well, we've seen in other games too, he can go long periods without scoring and then damage you quickly too. He's one of those players that can just bobble up at the right time
just
and make you pay.
Smash 3 in a row. Yep. That seems to be the way of things for the Killarney Vale Bombers at the moment.
It has been today, hasn't it?
Yep. So, safe to say, 6 minutes into the second quarter, 2 goals to Stanley Velt in a 4-goal total score means he's on bag rating form. And I know a lot of people say, Chop, let's not get ahead of yourself. But I feel like it's time. We want a bag. We will see a bag before the day is done. No doubt. Mahallam, Solowedge. Great ruck duel. Solowedge is doing very well there. He's giving them every opportunity to his Maitland Saints ground runners. But it's now the Bombers. They've created the turnover, and that's with Bond. He's been active. Long kick deep into the forward line. Wellborn does well to read that at ground level. Tries to get one out to Ladder. He's going to lead the charge to the race. But it's the Bombers that get hold of it. The long sleeve Bragg kicks it high and long, slightly to the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure that was Bragg. We'll get a read on that now. It certainly was. Jimmy Bragg does well. Ball now with Pankhurst. He'll bring it in with the re-entry kick for the Maitland Saints. And he'll run his half measure and find his captain with a wonderfully placed kick. Beautiful lead. He presents so well with Newstead, and it's good when he gets kicks like that delivered to him. Cornford rolled over there. Courageous player. He'll be up there. He'll be one of their best today, no doubt. But the Bombers emerge from that congestion with it. Beautiful kick. And we've found Hayden Mahallam. Big H. Launches one into the stratosphere. He's got people presenting everywhere. Bragg, hand pass over the top to Arthur. And all on his own gets number 3, NSV. He just was in a great spot there. Pankhurst was drawn to the ball and not in a bad way. He's a playmaker in the defensive line, Pankhurst, and you've got to let him get off his player from time to time. I think it's the right thing to do, but on that occasion the Bombers were too swift to pounce on the turnover and get it back to him all on his own. Definitely bag rating form now, Shane.
Yeah, I can say he is in bag rating form now.
It's a
So mark him down 3. We can't get ourselves confused like we did in the women.
No,
3 goals.
We won't this time.
Yeah, we're going to write that down.
At least we know who that player is, unlike earlier in the day. For those who missed that bit of gold, trying to work out whether Mia Wilson was Mia Wilson.
Is it Mia Wilson? No one had sent me the memo.
I definitely think she should have got a bag.
That's when a commentator is getting carried away with his sense of self-importance when he's saying, hang on, why didn't anyone tell me about this?
That's right.
Mate, you're commentating local footy. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah, but listen, in all fairness, when one of the stars of the women's comp is back, they need to be shouting it from the rooftop.
Yeah, I agree with that infinitely. A whistle's been found here, and the kick is going the way of Castelnuovo of the Tom variety. Good kick, although it's chopped off by the Maitland Saints defence. They've done very well as it's chopped off in turn by the Bombers. Henderson trying to hit up Santa goals. Can't do it. A little peppery for him over the top. Bragg grabs hold of the ball at ground level. The Jackpot just got hit. I don't know how many times I'm going to use that pun today.
A few.
Yeah.
Keep on going, I say. Keep
you
on
reckon?
going. Yeah.
Still a bit of mileage in that one?
Yep.
Yeah, good news. I think that was Bailey Ritchie who came in on that one. And neatly done too. Geez, a Zach Stewart would...
wouldn't he just?
Or a offloader.
Offloader up front too,
Wouldn't that just cap off what's a really gutsy performance by the Maitland Saints right now? Castel Nuovo, hand passes out, back to Jackpot again. He sends one long, and a good mark by Lloyd. He kind of just came out of nowhere, didn't he? Monkey magic style. Outstanding work. You get some height from that leap. Takes a chest mark in the end and does the disciplined team-friendly thing and kicks it to Hayden Mahallam. And, geez, I tell you what, I'll enjoy this if he kicks this one. He's had a good game today, Hayden. Really making himself known and creating some stuff around the place.
Yeah, so selfless there from Lloyd. So
certainly was.
We'll see if it pays off for them.
Big H to kick a goal. He doesn't get down this end very often, and he'll enjoy this if he puts it through. Oh, Shane, you should have called that in. He's going to come and bash me now for that. Commentary Moz. Didn't mean it, Hayden. I just wanted to call your goal in, mate, that's all. Oh, well. In fairness, he's a very, very solid defender. And we'll leave it at that.
He kicked like it too. Yeah.
Speaking of solid defenders, W. Pankhurst started a trend a few years ago called panking online, where people would take high-flying marks and stay up in the air for a long time. We called it a pank. Didn't really catch on. As the Maitland Saints try and build something further out. It's with Newstead now. Hand pass out to Cornford. And following that up, I think that's Ladder there who's got it. He kicks long down the wing. So they've got the setup right. They just don't have the cattle at the end of it. And the mark, in the end, is taken by... Is that number 1? It's Brad Edwards, isn't it? It's got to be Brad Edwards. You recognise him anywhere. Coming clean off the victory. Another victory for his women's team. Hayden Mahallam. Jumping to new heights. Jeez, he's playing an outstanding game of football today. Normally, just the defender who takes the big target. Today, playmaker extraordinaire. And it's Brandon Lloyd who ends up with it. And he's kicked another point.
He heard the talk of panking. He wanted to get in on it, Edwards.
He wanted to try, yeah.
Can I pank, he said? My
yeah.
name's Edwards, but can I still pank?
Anyone can pank. If you look back, Walter Pankhurst has a highlights reel that dates back more than a decade into juniors, just constantly ruining people's day by taking massive marks off their shoulders and heads. He's done it so many times over the years. And right now, he's found a ball.
He's found the ball, yeah. Well, they've got the new nets at the other end. I think they need to invest in some new nets at this end as well.
That's great. It's always good when you can find a new footy down there.
I think that's the same one, Chop.
I wonder whether...
Oh, you do bring two back. You're right.
I wonder whether there's a body down there sometimes. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's on the other side of that fence. It looks like a cliff. Who knows? Pankhurst, long kick wide. He's looking for Drummore. Drummore bundled out of it from behind. Doesn't make much of a contest in the end. And now Castel Nuovo sends it to the hotspot. This will be a goal. If it's a goal, it's not a goal. It's a point.
Never true words been said.
Yes.
From this angle, it looked promising. But
It did indeed. Oh, Pankhurst kicks it. It just slips out of the hands of Lloyd, who was thundering backwards at a rate of knots to try and take that mark. He couldn't. It's gone out of bounds. And Arabella...
Yeah, he certainly had loads of possession in the forward 50, but just unable to really convert with it there. But, yeah, some time to reset now for the Bombers, really looking to get through the middle post. They've had so many points, and looks like 19 now. So Hayden up for the mark, and Saints now with the turnover, but it goes to ground. So it's going to be a fight to get this one out. See some players wide on the wing, but
yeah,
a free here.
Yeah, Olive Ladder, unlucky to have got caught there. He's playing a great game, Ollie Ladder, and he was caught there fair and square. Just didn't make an attempt to get rid of it. Unfortunately, now I think a little bit of remonstration with the umpire has cost him 50-metre penalty now. Brad Edwards, excuse me. That would just about put Brad Edwards within striking range there. He's a beautiful user of the ball. one of the members of the 2022 Premiership winning side too. So very much a formidable opponent here. Brad Edwards still in the twilight years of his career. And jeepers, I don't know how many times I do that to players. It's a wonder I'm not getting actively hunted. There's not a price on my head that I do this. Logan Mahallam, great mark there. Reaching into the stratosphere. He's gone long to the hot spot. Centre forward. Ryan Arthur front spot. Bragg takes it off the back of the pack. Puts a high one right in the hot spot.
Oh, gee whiz, that almost bounced through.
That was a committed effort there. Was that? I don't know who that player was who went down. Was that Pankhurst? That's sort of how the trend of panking started, like that. Just absolute disregard for your own personal safety. Just trying to do it for your team. He found his captain there. Almost enough bites of the cherry. There's support for the Maitland Saints. They might get out of trouble here. They won't, indeed. Free kick's gone against.
Yeah, holding the ball, that was fair call. Well, I thought so. I'm no umpire.
I'd like to tell you who number 40 is, but I've just got private player. who's named four times on the Maitland list. Can I just... We'll get a coverage on that. But right now, the kick is slightly offline for the Bombers. Roving it beautifully. Bragg's having a good day down there as the small forward. Stanley Velt tries to hand pass, gets to Wellborn, who does some kind of aerial acrobatics there to keep the ball alive, but only momentarily. Found the boundary line now, and we'll have a stoppage in very dangerous territory for the Maitland Saints. Despite all of their endeavours, the Killarney Vale Bombers have only added 2 goals to their tally this quarter. The Maitland Saints, just the one. So it's certainly not a rout or a one-sided affair by any stretch of the imagination. But they are under the pump, the Maitland Saints defence. Looks like a big haymaker out of the sky there. It was ineffective, didn't connect with anything, luckily. Drummore doing the ruck work for the Maitland Saints. A little hustle out by the Bombers, only goes as far as Gaston, who kicks it out of danger, but into the hands of Brad Edwards. Racking up a few disposals here across half forward, and the umpire has found another 50-metre penalty against the Maitland Saints. Oh, it's soul-crushing.
This one's going to put him in range. Surely, Chop. Surely even your Moz can't get him
I'm
this
not going to say anything. Should I not say anything and see if it really is me? Because I think I've got a powerful spiritual force that I don't know how to use properly.
It's those footy gods.
Yeah, and it becomes a danger to all man when I speak too much. So, Brad Edwards to kick his first one for the day and keep the roll on from the Bombers. It's heartbreaking. It's soul-crushing when those type of 50s go out, but you've just got to listen to what the umpire has to say. And Edwards is, oh my God, it is me. It truly is me.
No point.
Truly is. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it because I love commentating. and this time the turnover, Goodall unable to get his boot to it. He's come and he's bull rushed that player on the bottom of the pack there, with absolute disregard for the personal safety of the others, which is what we love about footy at times. It's stoppage now.
A few missed opportunities there from the Bombers, though, and we've got another one now from Pike. And another point. So, yeah, I'm not sure. You didn't even call that one.
No, I didn't.
I don't think it's you at this point. It's definitely not you.
No, you know, it might just simply be the Bombers players.
We saw last week Warners Bay kick a string of points that really did come back to hurt them in the end. And at half-time, I think we all thought, oh, yeah, here goes the Dogs. They're going to run away with this. But their points just kept Wyong the game. Who knows? Maybe Maitland got some
absolutely. Well, Wyong were converting early on, though, too. They were putting some scoreboard pressure on it, and it
I'm trying to build the tension, though, Chop.
No, I see what you're trying to do. Sorry, I didn't mean to pop that balloon. That was not real good of me. Pike ends up with the ball. He wheels around, and it's a good kick. He's found Mifsud, and that's a good mark. Solid captain's work there. terrific player for the Killarney Vale Bombers and just a wonderful ambassador for football in our region is Josh Mifsud. Plays it hard and tough, inside midfield, a true inside midfielder. So he'll kick this ball from about 45 out, I'd say, by the time contact's made. He's given a ride, and he's shown his teammates how to do it. Wonderful kick, a deserving goal too. Terrific fellow, Josh Mifsud. Just absolutely snaps that space into two. So the Bombers finally get that. Is that the elusive sixth goal they've been chasing for some time now? Finally break through.
Yeah, they've really been on the hunt, but finally able to get that one to the scoreline. So, yeah, 6-8-44. So, yeah, points really adding up there.
They are. It is starting to look ominous now for the Maitland Saints. I mean, they're putting up a gallant defence, but that's all it is right now. It's defence because the ball's in their back line the whole time. You can't stem the flow if the ball's going to spend so much time being peppered at your opposition goals. They need to make sure that they're doing some kind of driving attack. I know it's tough for them. They've got probably their two most important players not available today, and it's a running theme with the Maitland Saints. They so often are without their best side, but they are always there. They always show up, the Saints. They really do. And you've got to admire that about this club and this side. I think their time in the sun is coming.
For sure.
Probably a bit overcast for that to be today.
We saw it at one point, but then it didn't last long at all.
Let's just be happy with smidgens of blue sky, shall we? And some interesting structures in the cumulonimbus over the hills there, but that's for another channel. There's Drumore and Mahallam engage in a great duel, and Mifsud will kick another one almost. Almost willed that one through for him. That was a terrific snap at full speed, but was not to be. You really are just stemming the flow, aren't you guys, when the ball, you're not pushing the ball past your own centre line, and that's what the Maitland Saints have struggled to do.
Yeah, and then they do a kick like that that's to a contest, and that could go 50-50, and we've seen it be turned over a couple of times already.
That's right. You know what I love, though, Shane, and I agree with what you said there, but I love that for 3 or 4 seasons now, the Maitland Saints have stuck with this particular style of football. I like it because I think it's exciting to watch, and it's been personnel and probably capacity that they haven't been able to fully, orchestrate it or display it, but they're getting closer every time. And once they stabilise over the next season or so, I think when they get it right, it'll really impress people. It'll blow people away.
Well, here's your man with about a one degree of difficulty.
I haven't said anything because I don't want to wreck it. I don't. Yes, it's through. Well done. The spoon gets his goal. Yeah, it was always coming.
I tell you what, there wasn't much noise from the field either. I was a little bit doubtful whether it had gone through as well.
I can't wait to watch that replay and listen to the epic silence that was there for a moment until we saw that. Yeah, well done, Brandon Lloyd, known goal kicker and perpetual top 5 finisher, if not second, in the Goolagong Trophy medal year in, year out. But he adds another one to his tally, and I tell you what's been missing for a little while, the bag raiders updates and any additional stuff online with the goal kicking. I reckon we might have to crank that back up again now that we're in the middle of the year. I think, people might be interested to see the updates on that. I know there's been a few bags kicked in recent weeks as Castel Nuovo finds Flack with a hand pass, who in turn finds the jackpot. He kicks inboard. Drumore intercepts well, gets it to Ladder. Ladder's tackled by 2 and caught holding the ball. So those tackles are starting to stick now. Ladder might have to transfer into moving the ball on a little quicker. It was working for him earlier on in the day, but I think the Bombers are starting to kick into a bit of strong defensive pressure now. Wellborn, he's had a good day today. Slipped at the critical moment. That was Hayden. The Bombers are back with the ball now. Hand pass outside. I think that's Bond who's got it. Looping hand pass over the top to Hayden Mahallam. He's crunched as soon as he grabs it. And we should have a ball up here. So H. Mahallam continuing with his solid day today. Drumwalk competes there. The Bombers do better out of his ruck knock, unfortunately, for them. And the kick forward. Well, the Maitland Saints have been saved by the bell in the end. 4 goals for the quarter for the Killarney Vale Bombers. You'd have to say that was a serviceable quarter by them in the end, although it appeared to me like they did it the hard way at times. Maitland Saints, however, seemed to drop right off completely. No forward attack other than the goal that they've got, and they will go into the half-time trying to find something that will spark them up again and get that ball down their forward line. In the meantime, Killarney Vale lead 51-7. We'll go for a half-time break, and we'll see you for the second half of this great clash at Max McMahon Oval.
Here's Nathan Doyle. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Boogie. How are you? How's Shane?
G'day, Nathan.
Very good, mate. Well, it's got you on Play HQ, mate. 66 games, 46 times best player. It's a pretty big stat. How did you get into footy, mate?
Yeah, I actually didn't play any AFL growing up as a kid. We had a high school gala day in year 12. Damien Tomset was a teacher at my school. He loved his AFL, so a group of me and my mates played the school gala day, loved it. So then the following season, once I'd finished school, myself and Tom Devlin, my best mate, went down to Wyong to have a run, and we've been on and off there since, but yeah, loving it now.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, you speak about the on and off. There was a couple of years gap there. What happened sort of in those years where you drifted away from the Magpies?
So I think I played 3 years of footy, and in my third year had a couple of injuries that affected. So I played cricket in the summer, so I couldn't play a bit during the summer. So I thought while I was a bit younger and trying to make something of my cricket, getting injured at footy wasn't the best thing to do. And then came back last year, when things didn't work out how I might have hoped, but back at the Magpies.
No, talk to us a bit about your cricket, mate, because you play Sydney first grade for uni, is that right?
I played at Sydney Tigers.
Sydney Cricket Club, that's right, yeah.
So I started playing in Sydney when I was 16. So I made my first grade debut at 16. Played a few games when I was younger, and then the last 3 seasons I've captained at Sydney Cricket Club. And then in between that, so when I was younger, played a bit of the pathways stuff. And was fortunate a couple of years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, I think it was, played a lot of second 11 and got to play against like the West Indies when they toured. So a couple of cool experiences with that. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. The vibe around the Magpies must be pretty good. Listen, it was a little bit of a slower start to the year, but the last couple of weeks have really kicked off. Obviously, firstly taking care of Cardiff, but then on the weekend, that game against Warners Bay was outstanding. How's the mood around the club rooms at the moment?
Yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, it was a rough start. We, as a cup side, weren't where we wanted to be to start the season, and I think the results reflected that. So we had a lot of catch up to do, obviously coming up from plate last year, but especially given the results early, we had to fast track a lot of what we were doing. So to get that win against Cardiff a fortnight ago is really important, I think, just for confidence and feeling like a lot of the younger guys especially belonged at the level and could compete and do well. And then, to beat Warners on the weekend, obviously a special occasion for the 50th year anniversary, wearing the special jumpers, had you guys calling the game as well. So to get over the line against, I think, a pretty good Warners team. And throughout the game, especially in that fourth quarter, a lot of those younger guys were the ones stepping up to win really pivotal contests or make some key plays to either stop them getting a goal, making it behind, or getting a key score just to keep us holding on for that last quarter.
Yeah, some handy young players in your team. Vegas Tahupare, I think they say. Jacob Poltridge-Carr and Braden Evans, who won the Black Diamond Plate coaches. It wasn't a coaches award, it was the Rising Star last year. They played really well on Saturday. Can you tell us anything about either one of the three of them?
Yeah, I think all three, to be fair, they trained really well. They're really committed. And like I mentioned, I think getting some results as a group, it helps younger players settle and feel confident as well. I think I'll look at Braden Evans as an example. So Kai McIntosh Waltz has been his mentor for the last couple of seasons at Wyong. We sort of had a mentor program for young juniors coming through. So he's been learning a lot off Kai. Obviously a great mentor because his work ethic and professionalism is really good. So Braden's really grown in his confidence through plate last year, and then to to play good footy at cup level against good sides, against grown men, guys that have had experience in different comps as well. I think all three of those guys are in a really good space, and if we keep a group of them together for a period of time, I think we're building quite nicely.
Yeah, for sure. If you go to the other end of the spectrum, Coop and Braden Toss probably at the older and further end. What do those guys and their mature heads bring to the group?
Yeah, I think with Brado back, he's played the last 2 games, and they're the 2 games that we've won. I think he's obviously a great footballer. Having him up in the forward line as opposed to a rucking like he has done brings a different dynamic, a real strong target up the ground. But he's just such a strong presence that I know me personally, I feel twice the size when I've got Brado on the field with me, and a lot of those younger kids as well. I'm sure just feel so much more confidence having a tough guy on your team who the opposition is scared of. But also, I think just his leadership, he really challenges guys to be in the contest and give it their all the whole time. And then equally with Coop, who's a bit older again, but you look at the work he does around the club. President, go to the women's, come back, kick 4 for us, win us the game. Like he's just got that aura around him of someone that I know I personally have a lot of respect for the work he does around the club. And then the way he plays his footy, again, so tough at the ball, so skillful, and we all learn off guys like that.
Yeah, he was a terrific job organising that 50th anniversary on Saturday too. It was a great occasion. So many wonderful people at the event, and so many interesting people like Mike Davey, who is the Davey behind the Elliot Davey medal. Going back to the early years, it was a wonderful night there, and Chris was probably 75 to 80% that night in the organisation stake. So you got a wonderful president there as well, and I can remember him playing as an umpire when I first started in the region. Gee, it was tough and uncompromising, like his brother Jono. They were tough to play on and play against. So no, they were great. Simon Smythe is your coach. He's a very pragmatic bloke, isn't he? Keeps it real, and he doesn't put too much on. Does he put a lot on you, Blakes? He just seems like he's very pragmatic and realistic about expectations, and just lets you sort of work into things.
Yeah, definitely. I think Smarthy's done a great job, again, because we started the year a bit behind where we wanted to be, sort of breaking it down into smaller portions throughout the season. So we've got smaller blocks of play where we're building towards a game that might be one of the more competitive ones for us. And then once we find that belief, really harnessing it and giving those younger players you mentioned before, even some of the guys returning to footy after a couple of years like Bal Masterson or Cal Fryer down back, giving them really specific options and opportunities in a game on how we want them to defend, how we want them to play. And I think it's been important for Smythe to just keep it really simple in terms of like a game plan or individual roles, but his passion is second to none. Like on game day, he's up and about. He's just as excited as we are for the game, and I think that's infectious, especially for a young group.
For sure. Personally, where are you heading in your sort of AFL career? Is it a little bit here and then a little bit of the cricket still? What are your goals over the next couple of years in the sports front, both footy and cricket in general?
I just love my footy, to be honest. Like, I'm at a time now where in my mid-20s, like the cricket dream that was once there isn't there anymore, which is fine. So I just get a chance to really enjoy my footy. I love being at Wyong and the community we've got there. To be honest, this year I really was hoping to make the rep side, so I was a bit disappointed to not make that when the team was picked. So we'd be looking, next year at a personal goal to get into the rep side. Just playing it long and seeing that group develop, and I think we've got a chance of building a decent side over the next few years if we get things right. So being a part of that is something I'm really keen to do. Yeah,
well, mate, you're definitely a rep type player in my books, mate. We've got our teams of the year coming out next week based on the half year, and I reckon you might feature in at least one of them. I won't tell you which one. You've been brilliant, mate. Your game on Saturday was just one of the best games I've seen all year. I think if you didn't get 40 touches, you got 50 at least. So it was just wonderful, mate. How did you feel out there on Saturday?
Pretty good. I think as a group, especially a midfield group, we knew getting a good start was important to try and jump a side like Warners. So for me personally, getting a couple of clearances early and getting the forwards into the game who we kicked so straight in the first, I think, 5 straight at quarter time. So I I felt it was important to get ahead of the game early and sort of ambush Warners as we did. So, I felt I got into the game pretty well. And then, I think as a group, once you find that belief and that confidence, you go a long way. So, I think it's definitely the best win I've been a part of playing footy. So, it's fantastic.
Good stuff. Listen, before we let you go, any shout-outs or thank yous you want to have?
I guess Smythe would be a big one coaching-wise. Even last year when I came back, after every game, I'd get a bit of feedback personally on where my game was at, which I really, really appreciate. Try to take my footy pretty seriously and improve each week. So that was really important. My old man's actually come on and done some assistant coaching this year with Smythe, and I found that beneficial. I think some of those younger guys he spend a bit more time with around their roles, like I mentioned before. And just from a club perspective, I think Coop does so much and never asks for the recognition. So, I admire the work Coop does, and I think the club's building really nicely off the back of a lot of people, but especially Coop.
No, beautiful, Nate. Thanks again for your time, mate, and all the best for the rest of the year for Wyong Lakes and the cricketing journey in the summer as well, mate. It's an absolute delight to have you on the show, and if you play like you did on Saturday, there'll be a few more scalps this season for sure.
No, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to Max McMahon Oval as we get ready for the next half A couple of scores around the grounds. And in the Women's Cup, results in for all games in the Women's Cup. Cardiff 104, Entrance Bay 0. Of course, we saw Killarney Vale beat Maitland 99-22. Newcastle City 94-0 for Nelson Bay, so a comfortable win there to the Blues. And Terragalovoka 57, Warners Bay 14 in the other women's game. And, we'll get some Men's Cup action as we get those scores through as well, Chop.
Thank you very much, Shane Darwin. And until then, eyes will be glued on the contest before us. The Maitland Saints defending against the Killarney Vale Bombers, who've travelled up the M3, F3, whatever it may be. It's a freeway to try and get the points here today, and they are doing a sterling job so far. Edwards now with the kick finds Castel Nuovo. He wheels around on his left boot. He's got a runner in Pike who's got a bit of space now. Decision to make. Looping hand pass back to Castel Nuovo. Kicks it high, forward line. Bloyd bursting out. Puts that big chest of his forward and gobbles up that ball with ease. He only needed a metre in front of his direct opponent. And so now, radar should be well and truly fine-tuned. Blue boots standing out there. He'll kick it from about 40, or make that 45. He's got a good rise on it. Looks dead straight. There's a celebration down there. Brandon Lloyd kicks number 2. Opens up the account for the second half for the Bombers relatively quickly. In fact, under a minute. And that's a good start. The Spoon Man serves it up. Some dessert.
Yeah, it seems to be the Bombers' theme as well we saw in the women's games. They always start off that quarter with a goal, except for the fourth quarter in the women's. But, yeah, these guys just obviously wanted to get it done in the third quarter and really secure this victory.
It's an ominous start, isn't it, when you see the team burst out like that and a big key forward presenting, take a strong mark and just booting it through. You think, oh, what are we in for? But then all of a sudden we see this dogged Maitland Saints attitude and approach, which is just really admirable. There are a couple of personnel people short of really being able to make that big impact and claw back, but they just don't stop coming at you, the Maitland Saints, and they've been doing that for decades. Half back now, and on that occasion, Banfield gets his kick away. They're moving the ball beautifully now. They seem to be getting stronger as the day goes longer, the Bombers. So the kick out in front of Lloyd. Done a huge amount of work on his fitness. He gets fitter and stronger every year, Lloyd, and really fills that key forward position. Well, he's almost an offsider to Stanley Velt in a sense, but the last time he was that was to a full forward named Oosterhoff, who went on to kick 100 goals that season and helped steer the Bombers to a premiership win in 2022. So is that on the cards? Is that building again this year for the Killarney Vale Bombers? Well, we'll have to stay around till September to find out. In the meantime, the Maitland Saints will do everything they can to gallantly defend this game. Cornford does well here, gets his hand pass away in the nick of time. A little sharing of the ball around here. Newstead still on his feet, manages to work his way through that congestion. He's still at the forefront of it now. No one really getting any perfect purchase on it. And in the end, Isaac Berthold hands it to the umpire for a stoppage. Logan Mahallam outdone on that occasion by Solowedge, and free kick, well earned on that occasion by Bailey Ritchie. He's having a pretty good game today so far. No mark taken there, not from Edward Hayden. He's got it back again, tackled in the midst of hand passing the ball on, and in to try and resuscitate something there was Brady Manette. So he's ended up with it again. Is that Jordan Kenobi there? I barely recognise him with that streamlined haircut. I should. Known him for a little while. Kick to the wing now, and it's bottled up between two players there. Lloyd harassing. I don't know who that was.
Another private player.
Yeah, it was. There's 4 on there, and we if anyone from the Maitland Saints can come over and give us an update on those. There's 4 players. We're not sure their names, or their numbers. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going. That player.
I can try to go find
player
out.
onto player.
I think the last set of play, they were all without a name. So
Yeah. They always seem to
It's
pop
hard
up
to
at
go
that
off.
crucial moment.
the best players out there,
Yeah.
unknown.
So we've had another whistle here, and the milestone man, Riley Newstead, recipient of a free kick. I think he applied a good tackle there. So his kick's effective in as much as a Killarney Vale from the Killarney Vale Bombers' perspective. Ryan Arthur's taken the mark there just in front of Newstead, as it turns out. Plays on quickly, long kick towards Lloyd. Just had a little bit too much elevation on it. And waiting in the wings there is McCormick. Does very well. Little dash of speed. The kick has been turned over. And it's with Castel Nuovo now.
Yeah, Castell looking to open this up down the wing, and he's gone long, but not long enough. So gets intercepted there by the Saints, and he holds it to ground. So looks like there's going to be a ball up here. And they're, yeah, on that far wing. So a little bit hard to see from this angle, but just trying to, the rucks going up. We've seen, yeah, Maham have a great game, actually, in the first quarter especially. So, yeah, they get to Potter and trying to go down the line now into the forward 50. Almost looked like a hammy was pulled there, but...
Yeah, he did. He come up. That's Brendan Lewis, and he's been playing for a long time, 400-plus games. I wouldn't be surprised if every now and then a joint yells out in protest and
He's
says,
recovered.
Lewis, stop it. But he just guided his reserve grade side to a great victory earlier today. Now looking to kick a goal himself. You can call this one in, Arabella.
Yeah, so he's lining it up probably about 45 out, and it's a tricky angle to work with, but he set it.
Looks
and
good.
straight through the middle. So, yeah, they didn't seem too excited, but
Well,
I guess they've well and truly run out with the lead. So, yeah.
I think they're excited, and probably that little joint pain that Lewis was feeling there probably straightened up his alignment there, and he made no mistake with that kick. He's been fighting fiercely out there for the Killarney Vale Bombers for many, many years. He's another favourite son at the Bombers, and now working as a coach in reserve grade, doing his bit to nurture the next generation of Bombers at the hangar. And goodness me, there's plenty of them. 3 teams in the senior men's competition this year, and equal to the Newcastle City Blues, who also have 5 senior teams all up, a full complement, and we love seeing that. So,
I believe they've got 6 now.
The Newcastle City Blues.
Yeah, there's 3 in the
Wow.
in the women's.
That's tremendous. Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. Good news. Good news. We want more and more participants to the game in our region. We love the game. It's the best game in the world, and the more New South Welsh people work that out, the better, because what a top game it is. And the only way we're going to get our own AFL franchise in the northern part of New South Wales is
The Kingfish are back
yeah,
on
the
the
Kingfish.
agenda.
They are. They'll never offer it, to tell you the truth, Shane. Just a lot of people weren't listening, still aren't, as a heavily met there. Is that Oliver Latta that's gone down there? He's had a good game so far. Long kick, and on that occasion, the Maitland Saints have had a shot on goal.
Not a shot on goal, a goal.
A goal! It's not the Maitland
think
Saints,
it's-
though.
There's someone
it's not the
down.
Maitlands.
It was the Bombers, but Maitland's got someone down.
Sorry, I was
Have they?
momentarily discombobulated there, but I was
I
watching
think
the
they
injured
have
player.
paid the goal, haven't they?
Yeah, it's definitely
yep, okay,
paid.
well, let's get that replay in then.
All right, so this is how it went. Kick
It's
by
Lewis.
Brendan Lewis, involved again. He sent it up in the Stanley Veld direction, but it just so happens that a certain James Bragg came through and got himself, I think, the second goal for the day for him.
He'll be bragging about that one because that
Yeah.
one's real good.
I brag
real,
about
real
that
good.
one too. Yep. Bombers, something to brag about.
Yeah, that player came off a little bit worse for wear after a hit from Jackson Potter, which was nothing wrong with the hit.
Oh,
But Jackson Potter's, a stocky player.
is it better to hit the jackpot or if the jackpot hits you?
I think it'd be better to hit the jackpot.
Yeah, because if the jackpot hits you, sometimes you don't get back up
Yeah,
again.
we'll have a look on the
unfortunately.
replay. We've got a replay of that. We'll have a look at that now. Just coming up in a second here off to the side. And there it is there.
Oh,
Nothing
well,
in it.
Do you know what? If was that Mifsud? That was Mifsud, not Jackpot.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It was 15. You're
Yeah.
right. Correct. My
Yep.
bad. Sorry.
Well, but look, if Miffy gets you, I mean, he's equal to the average human size, I think. So nothing there. Jackpot hits you. Yeah, you got something to worry. You got something to worry about. But good stuff, Miffy goes in hard. There's no doubt about that. And let's hope. Was it Oliver? No, it's not Ladder. I think it's. I don't know who it is. We'll get a read on that. I think it might be Oliver Palmer. So all the best. We hope
not
he's
good.
all right.
He's a
couple of Olivers there.
not made it to the bench.
Could have been the pre-existing injuries, just hit in the wrong place.
I don't know. I think that was. I think that's a fresh injury, judging by that hit. I reckon. But we hope that he's all right. Geez, the Maitland Saints, they can't cut a break with stuff like that. They've already and having a
number 43 by the look of it.
Yeah, Andrew McCormick.
There you go.
Andrew McCormick. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah. So back to the play in the middle there. As the Bombers, a series of hand passes end with Ryan Arthur. He gets a toe poke, and Lewis, in a similar position to where he kicked a goal recently, wheels around, sends one high for Brandon Lloyd. He's unable to get it, but geez, he recovered quickly to apply some forward pressure on that defender, and did it well because he's held the ball up. And we'll have a stoppage right in front of goal here. Dangerous spot for the Maitland Saints. As they see one of their own make their way to the interchange, injured. Goodall's got that. Hand passes inboard. Arthur applies a great tackle on Oliver Ladder on that occasion. Did not let him go anywhere. So they're a little under siege, the Maitland Saints, at the moment. As the Bombers try to get a little bit of their flex on. That's a bit of work there by Luke Flack. Showing his turn of pace. This time Wellborn gets his kick out to Pankhurst. They've done their job today, those two, in defence. It's spent a lot of time there, and they only the 10 goals through so far. It could have been a much higher margin, one would think. Gaston now, he's had his second game today. So these type of warriors just turn up week in, week out for the Maitland Saints. And although they haven't got a lot of victories to crow about this year, it's worth us taking the time to just mention that, because it's a tireless job to just keep showing up for your club, and when things aren't rolling the club's way in terms of personnel and injuries and stuff like that, it's a tough thing to keep doing. But this Maitland Saints crew are galvanised. They keep doing it every year, every week, and this is Goodall this time. All good with Goodall, and he kicks a high ball up. He's looking for someone. Stanley Velt's gone to ground. I think he's going to get a free kick here. I'm not too sure what happened. No, it's not. It's going to Wellborn. So, all right. So he must have been impeded on his lead up there. His kick finds Drummore. So they're going to think their way through it this time, the Maitland Saints. Drummore sends it long down the line. Not a lot of Saints at ground level there, and the Bombers take control with Edwards now. Edwards, he finds Lewis. A couple of wily veterans there combining their powers and finishing it off with another one, Calvin Bond. I don't know if you'll appreciate me putting him in the veterans area, but that's what he is.
Now, just remind me, Chop, Stanley Velt going for his fourth or his fifth?
Fourth.
Okay.
I think. Let's go.
We're
going to go. We're going to.
Fourth.
Okay. There's a lot to think about, Shane. No, I'm certain it's his fourth.
Tough angle from here, though. But as I've said, he likes them far out, and he likes them on an angle.
He can kick a ball. He can roost a ball from a long way. Santa goals. Nick Stanley-Velt. It looks like he made no work for the goal umpire. He didn't at all. And wonderful work there by Ent Everson. If I got
it might be Nick Narrow down that end.
Sorry,
I think,
yeah, you're right. You can't tell those
Nick
jackets.
did not move at all, did he?
No, he didn't.
Bent back and watched that one sail over his head.
Yep. So two of our great goal umpires waving the flags today, and that one was a wonderful kick. 4 goals to Stanley Velt. It's just a matter of time now before he delivers the bag. One would think.
And more importantly, he's kept my comments about him being a great shot from deep. He's kept them true.
Yeah,
he hasn't
that's
made
right.
me give him the moz.
That's right. Well, someone held a gun to my head at half-time and said, stop pumping us up before we kick a goal, please. And so I've decided to accept that. In the middle now, we've got a stoppage. Newstead will be tough day for him on his 150th, but he's certainly doing his part with absolute distinction, as he always does. Series of hand passes. See the ball in the hands of Jed Gaston. He's a Trojan, still going. Kicking towards the solo edge direction. There could have been high contact made there. Umpire says no. Desperately trying to hold that ball up here. They want to keep it in their forward line as much as they can, the Saints. High kick to the wing. It's all Bombers. Logan Mahallam couldn't take the mark, but recovered easy enough. Gets the ball back to Kyle Emley. Another fresh face in the group. Should do a bit of research on some of these players and see where they've come from. So
yeah, Emily, a junior with Killarney Vale from memory.
Was he? Right.
And went off to play some fairly high-level football around the country.
Wow. Good time to come back to your junior club, especially with a few of the other names that have also returned. Hayden Mahallam goes up, almost brings the mark down, doesn't. Gaston tries to get a kick away quickly. Wellborn doing more than his fair share of work for the Maitland Saints at the moment. He's been a good acquisition for them at possibly a tough time. Hand pass in board by the Bombers. Drummore does very well. He's found a teammate there in the private, and the kick forward has gone out of bounds, so we'll have a throw in. But Drummore did very well to turn the tide of that piece of play. Outstanding beard too, can I just say. One of the finest I've seen in a long time. I reckon there could be something living in that one, for sure. And if there is, good, all the more power to him. You could hide the football in there, actually. So the throw in, good ruck knock. Ball comes down here. It's Bond who'll do the best of it. Pike, is that Pike there? He's got hold of it. They're under a siege a little bit here. The Maitland Saints just trying to get something even there. The tackle count, a little bit of argy-bargy going on as Hayden throws a bit of weight around.
I'm not sure where his opportunity was there because he had his arms pinned to him. But anyway, Riley Newstead, the milestone man, has got his opportunity here.
Well, they've only kicked the 1 goal so far today, and he kicked it. So he could double his and the team score with this kick, and let's hope he does. Riley Newstead, we've said it before, Maitland champion, captain, 150 milestone games today, and he does not relent in the quality output that he continues to provide for his club. And they're
fortunately off to the left, so maybe the footy gods weren't on his side.
The footy gods
there.
have just let us down.
Footy gods aren't on my side.
They were on his side, but it's a real opportunity there.
It looked like he tried to run a little bit to the right, sort of run inside, and I think he could have probably just gone straight back and
the more he ran right,
the more
the ball went left.
Yeah,
that's a paradox right there, isn't it? As he kicks it long, the Bombers now, they'll try and create something. Lloyd, a long way away from that forward line where he's accustomed to, but we see that more and more from him with the weeks. He's not just a one-dimensional forward line player, is he? As Stanley Velt launches one towards Lachlan Henderson, and this will be a long time coming for today. He plays a wonderful and vital role as a small crumbing forward for the Killarney Vale Bombers, and probably enjoying one of his best seasons on record. But he yet to kick one here today, but usually chimes in for a couple, as all good small forwards should, and applies plenty of forward line pressure as that small forward. So Lachlan Henderson to line up for his first today, and makes no mistake at all. Hendo Moto with the orange boots there gets his goal and continues with his fine season indeed. Oh, a little chilly. You feeling that too, Arabella?
Yeah, just getting the jacket out.
Yep.
Just got to adapt coming back from Indonesia. This is like Antarctica.
Oh, I don't know. Did you feel that, Shane? Like a bit of
It
a
was just a chill
serious,
just going across. Yeah.
cool chill. Yes, can't wait till that commentary box is finished here.
Yeah.
With the heaters.
I think it was going to be the Corey Hopper box as well, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it
You've
was.
got naming rights over it.
Yeah, it was Corey Hopper box. I think I've got that over at the Adelaide Street Oval when we're down ground side, which we're not very often anymore.
Nothing compared to Victoria, though. I've got
Yeah,
soft living
yes.
up here.
Oh,
If
my
I go
goodness.
visit in Melbourne, it's a different story.
I'm a sandgroper, so I've never fully acclimatised to New South Wales after 25 years. So I think my body is constantly hoping to get home one day, but I keep denying it.
Well, out in the field, where do Maitland find a goal from, Chop? That's the question I want to know, because one goal in almost 3/4 of football is certainly not enough.
Yeah,
How are
no,
they gonna get an avenue
it's
there?
not. And I honestly don't know. There are so many players out. Walker, another star who's not in here, out for the season with a broken collarbone. It's like, honestly, that the gremlin that ruins everything that I try and renovate at home lives down here as well sometimes for the Maitland Saints. I think they're just trying to get a full squad of fit players to see out a season is tough sometimes. So there's no Ellis out there. Ellis is out there. There's so many. There's quite a few of their front liners that just aren't out there today. They're still putting in a gallant effort, but they just cannot get it forward, and they're really struggling to be able to kick goals. So Drummore wins that. Cornford goes in hard to try and get it. Does end up with the ball. Hand pass out to Ladder. Not Ladder, sorry. That was not on there. Carrying on. The kick chopped off by Jackson Potter. I probably should start using his real name. Kick over to the other side there. That's a wonderful kick by Emily. On the wing now. They're mounting something as Pike gets hold of it. He looks for Mahallam inboard. Puts a little too much pepper on that kick. Chopped off by the Saints. Can they conjure something now? Can they answer the question? That was no wiki. He sent it forward. And now the kick by the Saints towards goal. It's going to be a point. So the question, how they get a goal, isn't answered on this particular occasion. But at very least, we see a flag wavered in their favour.
Yeah, and Drummore's had such great clearance out of those ruck contests as well. I feel like he's had great, momentum for the Saints to get them forward into this forward 50. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They look like they've got a good ruck combination now, and they've got one outstanding midfield combination. It's just 2 or 3 of them aren't playing today, and it makes life awfully tough for them to be able to flesh that out. Drummore and Solowich are 2 great ruckmen. Drummore looks like he's really playing some good footy at the moment. But when you don't have the likes of Walker and Stewart and a couple of others there, Russell who left last year, and yeah, tough. I should stop talking about the woes of Maitland and talk about the good things. As Mifsud wheels around on the right boot, launches one inside, Pankhurst chops it off. The Maitland should get away with this here. Berthold get hold of it. He's tackled, and those Bombers. That's a bag. Is it a bag? Is that the right player?
Yeah, it is a bag.
That's a bag.
Let's get the fireworks
That's
out
a bag.
there.
Let's
Okay,
fire
there we
them
go.
up. Just like that. The Killarney
The
Vale Bombers
fireworks are out. There we
get
go.
the first and only bag for the day so far. Nick Stenlenvelt, Santa goals, patron saint of goals for Killarney Vale, just opens up the sack and delivers a bag. The presents just keep on coming. Well done. That's about, how many bags is that for him this year? I think it's 6.
Yeah, it's a good way.
6, isn't it? Geez, it's going to be a goal spectacular sometime soon on waving flags and chasing bags, because we've got a bit of catching up to do, and there has been some literally epic performances in the last 3 weeks.
It's going to be a 4-hour show, you and Andy, I reckon.
It's always a 4-hour show.
Okay, yeah.
It'll probably be
Might be a
90
6-hour show.
It could be a 3-part trilogy. Do you ever watch the extended version of Lord of the Rings? Me and Andy together are kind of like a couple of little hobbits. So back in the middle, Drummore, good ruck knock there, gets it down to Newstead. So They get the clearance here and they do it well. Walter Pankhurst in the middle there being a part of that, facilitating it. Have we got a goal online here now? Carroll gets a hurried kick away. First to the loose ball. Solowich, he just needs to get his boot to it. He's pushed forward, can't do that. The cavalry arrive for the Killarney Vale Bombers. And that opportunity momentarily disappears. High marking effort now. Cornford and Newstead both involved in that. Players coming in from everywhere. Arthur has other ideas. He's run down and tackled. That's got to be a free. Newstead, the man of the moment, the captain, he just doesn't throw it in. Outstanding work. He has a fine character and hunger for the contest, doesn't he? This would be only fitting for him to kick this. So let's all quietly pray for Riley Newstead and to the gods of football that he can steer this one through. It's none more deserving than this one. I'm going to be silent now.
Yeah.
You guys, either one, call
We're
it
going to
through,
back
please.
him in for sure. Yeah. I think the crowd's holding their breath as well as we watch this. But, 45 out, so it's well doable. But we're going to hold my breath.
All right, well, it's not me. It's not entirely me.
Not you.
Thanks, mate. Beautiful bacon and egg roll earlier today. Perfect.
Fred, one of the best barbecue cooks in the league, walks
Yeah,
behind
isn't he?
us. We're going to take ourselves a final break for the day. We'll be back for the last quarter action and see you there soon. Welcome back to Max McMahon Oval. It is three-quarter time in this clash between Maitland and Killarney Vale. Going around the grounds for a quick score check. Cardiff Hawks, well, they've been the Jekyll and Hyde team of the year. This week it is, I don't know whether the good team is the Jekyll or the Hyde, but they are well up on the Entrance Battle Bay, 86-30. So the Cardiff Hawks getting some good score there. It is all tied up at Fay Oval, 26 apiece. So Warners Bay and Nelson Bay, that is an 8-point battle, obviously, with those two neck and neck on the ladder. And then at number one sports ground, Newcastle City 68 against Wyong Lakes 7 points. So Wyong Lakes, after a couple of wins in a row, look like they are in a little bit of trouble against Newcastle City, which we kind of expected, Chop.
Yes, the big battle of the bays there. What an important game between Nelson and Warners. Fourth and fifth on the ladder. They've been seesawing between each other there. 4 final spots, and those two sides could very well be fighting it out for that 4th spot. And I've got a soft spot for both of those clubs. And
sorry everyone, we may just have a slight delay while the ambulance comes on. So there will be
I'm
a
not
bit
ready
of game
for
delay.
it yet.
Yeah, then.
Jane, I don't reckon I need it just yet.
So our player earlier from before is going to...
Oliver Palmer. Let's wishing Oliver the... I think it's... Oh, no, Andrew McCormick, sorry.
Yep,
sorry,
so
Oliver.
there will be a bit of an extended delay.
Mr. and Mrs. Palmer,
So-
Oliver's fine.
Anyway, get back to the tale of the bays, because we can talk about that a little bit more now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that. So, two wonderfully exciting emerging sides in the Cup competition, really testing the traditional top 2 and 3 sides this year. It's Nelson Bay and Warners Bay. Warners Bay been building over a few seasons now and are looking very good with the new coach there. But they went down unexpectedly to Wyong last week, which opened the door right up for last year's finalists, the Nelson Bay Marlins, who came in and had a wonderful year, shocked everybody by being promoted from plate after 3 rounds and just outdoing themselves, defying geography limitations and everything else to play finals that year. Bundled out in the first year, but they've come back bigger and stronger this year as well. So both wonderful clubs full of great players and great people, very, very deserving of a final spot, whether it be 4th, 3rd, 2nd or 1st.
Yeah, and it's a shame there's not a top 5, because it's going to be a heartbreak for one of those clubs to miss out.
Look, that's only speculation too, by the way, because, we're talking Terrigal Avoca, Killarney Vale and Newcastle City hold the top 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, I suppose that is. This is the halfway mark of the minor season, so this is round 9 of 18, so... Yeah, there is still a lot to go on. I shouldn't be so
mental fatigue. There's lost belief. There's all sorts of things that can slip into a football side that can change the fortunes of your year, no doubt. But certainly, we're just about ready for 5 teams in the finals.
Well, nine teams in the comp now, and if we can get another team up in Cup, it would be fantastic, and I think we could well and truly justify a top 5 there.
Do you think there's I'm not saying that it will happen this year. I think there's almost no chance of that happening, but if with 9 teams, is there room for 5? If I just say quickly first, I think there is, by virtue of the fact that we're trying to continue to raise the profile, credibility of the competition. 5 teams playing finals is not out of control, given that opens up an opportunity for that extra side for recruitment, retention and whatever else.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And I think sometimes if the drop-off between the top tier and the second tier happens at Team 4, you go, well, you don't really want that Team 5 in there. But, that's not the case this year.
No,
if either Warners Bay or Nelson Bay were to miss out, as it stands at the moment on the ladder, if either one of those teams missed out, you go, well, you know what, they're a team worthy of playing for
That's
us.
a great point, Shane. That's probably the selling point right there, I think. And there's virtue and there's merit in what you've just said then, because you know that you're going to have a competitive final series between all of the teams.
Yeah, it does mean, however, we're going to have a very competitive last 9 rounds, which is good. And as we saw last week, Wyong came and spoiled Warners Bay. So when the bottom team can beat the reigning minor premier from the year before, then that's a good competition.
Then you've got the complete unknown variable of Cardiff, who you don't know what they're going to turn up from one week to the next. They could beat Newcastle one week and then get beaten by Wyong the next. So And that's no disrespect. That's just where Cardiff are at the moment, and that's the role they get to play. They could break someone's heart this year, and they may end up fighting their way through to the finals themselves.
Yes. Well, this ambulance still on the field, and it's really.
I wonder what he's done.
I'd say concussion by the look of him. He didn't look great as he came off.
Right.
Obviously speculation, of course. I am a fair way away, but he was a bit ginger as he came off.
Yeah,
so.
well, wishing Andrew the very best.
Indeed.
Tough enough day as it is without having to get shuffled off in an ambulance.
Going around the other media, of course, I mentioned the footy record earlier. Ollie Croft's done a great job there. He's also got a new episode of the podcast out, interviewing I believe it's a whole heap of the junior players, the Oz kickers. So I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet, but the week before with his one from the Seahorses was fantastic. He got out to the Newcastle Uni Seahorses training and spoke to some of the men and women playing in the newest team in the comp, and that was a fantastic little chat. And this week's with the Oz kickers, I'm sure, is just as good. I might even listen to it on the way home, Chop.
Yeah, very good. Ollie doing some great stuff there with that extra mixed media across the board. We do enjoy that. Adds to a great dimension to our local competition. So, and for someone so young, he's doing extremely well.
He is. And good news, the ambulance drivers are in the driver's seat. The doors are shut. Looks like they're going to make their way off the ground, so the players will start to get themselves back into position.
Now, just to clarify, the time clock stopped, didn't it?
It was it's quarter time, so it didn't matter.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it's been so long since I saw footy.
He's already forgotten.
It takes me 3 hours to get home anyway, so it's an extra half hour. I might just get a lift in the ambulance, actually.
My wife's got my dinner on the table and it's going, where's Shane?
I'm tired of my partner having to call the police and file a missing persons report. Should have left the footy about an hour ago. No, she doesn't really. Yep. So we're moments away from getting back into this final quarter of this incredible game. We'll hand over to Arabella Tapia, who kicked this one off. Doing a wonderful job here with us in the commentary box.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. I think the ambulance is still going off the field, so we might have a few more minutes.
I wonder
if
you could
they're gonna
bring some surfing terms into your AFL footy.
I can definitely try.
I say re-entry a lot.
I was noticing that. That's something I definitely say.
Yep.
Yeah, been coming. Yeah, I've commentated the last few events. Just got back from the Gold Coast. And so it's interesting. There are certain terms that I think commentators say across every sport. So yeah,
like
but not a ball up. Winning, losing.
There's no ball up in surfing.
There's no ball up. So yeah, first exchange here from in the fourth quarter. Sorry, and we've seen Max Soloichi,
yep.
Yeah, he's had a great game. Both rucks for the Maitland Saints have, so we were speaking about earlier. But it is the Bombers now. He's on the chase, and still haven't got some of those names. But it looks like Misford?
Yeah, Josh Misford applied the tackle there. Yep.
Yeah.
Little terrier for the Bombers.
Yeah, he was chasing after him. So, another ball up. Gives them some time to reset. And it looks like the Saints getting the better of that one. A bit of a lackluster kick there, moving it forward. But Bombers now able to, win off that. So, looks like the Saints are going to have their work cut out for them in this fourth quarter. They're trailing behind 77 points. But we saw in the women's game, they never gave up. They kept fighting. And they got 2 goals there in the fourth quarter. So, it'd be great to see these guys just really trying to fight through, and they are.
Yeah,
Gets
absolutely.
the handle off there, and
wonderful fighting spirit, the Maitland Saints, albeit won't be successful here today, but a couple of gutsy performances, and that's Pankhurst there, who's tried to kick it around his body. I think it's gone out of bounds on the full there. It looks like the umpire signalled as such, but they'll dig in. They'll see it right out through to the end, of course, and regather and hopefully try and get some of these players back at some stage. They've got so many out on injury that's just not helping out at all. And Luke Flack Flacky. There it is. Look at that bomb.
Wow, he got
Jeepers.
hold of that, didn't he?
Look at that. Play the fireworks, Shane. That was incredible. For those who aren't aware, Luke Flack has been missing from the league, doing a punt, becoming a punter, an NFL punter. And right there, you saw he's added about 60 metres to his kick. Oh, my God. I wouldn't be able to run that far without stopping to catch my breath. Amazing work as Newstead takes the mark here. And we wish Luke all the very best in that endeavour. It's great to have him back in the league. He's been a favourite for a long time, of course. As Newstead does his best to punt. That looked like it travelled a fair distance as well, and with accuracy this time too. He's found Jed Gaston, who's kicked goals in 2 games today.
Yeah, he's handed on the baton after missing the last 2, but did get the first one under the belt quickly in the second quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So he lining up for the second goal for the Maitland Saints. They've been few and far between today, but he's a good striker of the ball. Knows where the sticks are. He struck this one beautifully. No movement from the goal umpire down there. That's the second goal for the Maitland Saints. A long time coming, and you can hear the faithful enjoying that. They know that they're up against it here today and have been for a little while now. And so any of those type of moments are certainly very much celebrated and welcomed here at Max McMahon Oval.
Still a good bit of time left. Do you think they're a chance, Corey?
There is a universe out there parallel to this one where Maitland are winning this by 10 goals.
Anything is possible.
Yep, we're not in that one. No, not today, Shane, I don't think. But, let's just hope that the Maitland Saints stick to that fighting spirit that they display year in, year out, and just fight this one out to the very end. If they can outscore the Bombers in 1 quarter, you can call that a successful day out, I would suggest. They're outscoring them this quarter so far,
yes,
yes. So if they can maintain this, and Castel Nuovo has something to say about that, of course. It's deep inside the Bombers' forward territory. That's Berthold. He's slung in that tackle. We get a free kick for that for sure. I've got that wrong. That's Oliver Palmer. I don't know what I was thinking there. I know that. I know that. He's been defending for a long time for the Saints.
You've had him in an ambulance. You've had him in that tackle.
Yeah, sorry. Mr. and Mrs. Palmer.
He's been everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry. I've shuffled him around all over the place. That said, I think I might have jinxed him with that kick too, because he kicked it straight to Josh Misford, who's now going to line up from right on the 50, acute angle. I think he fancies his chances here, and can kick a ball a fair way. Launches that one, and it's straight through. Josh Mifsud with a masterclass from outside 50. For a man of his diminutive size, he has courage and spirit. Well, a lot bigger than what you would think. So that was a wonderful kick. Outstanding goal, and a real nod to us little footballers everywhere.
Yeah, his accuracy has been amazing, even up the other end before.
Yeah, that was real.
So that's his
bomb.
second.
Yeah, that's his second one.
Yeah,
for
both
today.
from long range too, I think. From memory.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
both
right.
almost on the 50.
That's an outstanding kick. Doing it for the little guy there,
Yep.
Josh Mifsud. And for those of you who think my voice sounds like I'm 6'5", I'm not. Just a little bit under that. Go ahead, Arabella. This is your call.
All right, so get the ball up in the centre as well. It looks like Drummore and I didn't see that was. Maham from Bombers. So takes him to ground now. And yeah, we've seen really well contested ruck contest the whole game. It's been really evenly matched.
Yeah, it has. It's probably been some of the closest sort of one-on-one duels for the day, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. So Bombers getting the better of that exchange. Getting into the forward 50 now, but to no one. So it's going to be a chase for this. And Emily, we haven't seen much of him, believe.
There's number 6.
Yeah.
The Senegals.
No, was that Senegals or Emily that kicked that? Was it?
Emily got it to...
Oh, Emily got it to
Yeah,
Senegals.
yeah.
Okay, they look kind of the same from here.
Well, watch it on the replay.
Yeah, no, watch it on the
Here it
screen.
goes
Oh,
now.
there it is. Yeah, you're right. Yep. course you're right on.
Yeah, that was
That's
well
it.
done.
Bagging a bit for NSV.
Bagging a bit. Can you hit the button again then?
Yeah.
Double fireworks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, get rockets
Once
on
it's
10.
over.
Yeah. He's a fair way off 10. But anyway, there's still
Has
15,
anyone ever
20
got
minutes.
to that in the game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, the
rockets.
biggest is 13, but we didn't have
Oh.
broadcast on that one because I think Shane's system might have blown up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could imagine.
Yeah, we
Luana
can't-
Greentree, I think, got 10 last week, but she changed sides for the second quarter,
That's
so it
right.
didn't count.
She did too.
You didn't give her that 10th goal, which I thought was a bit
No.
rude.
Yeah, it was rough. And I'm expecting retribution at some stage, but I'll hold out for the rest of this one. It's Drummore, wheels around, long kick for the Saints. Some hope of another score here before the day's done. I think they're now being outscored by the Bombers, aren't they, this quarter, unfortunately? So they'll need a goal to try and resuscitate that target. I don't even know if it's a target of theirs. It's a target of mine. So,
Yeah.
and here we go now. The Maitland Saints, a shot on goal across the face. The ball's still alive, so they're still in with a chance here. But it's been tapped over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. A fortuitous position for the Maitland Saints.
Yeah, I'm sure you're keeping score of this quarter.
Yeah,
to see if
well,
Maitland
I'd
can
like
win.
to see that. I think that would be a great thing for Maitland to finish off, especially for their captain. It would be something to crow about. And but, you know, these are a rampaging Killarney Vale Bombers side. They're a great side getting better and trying to keep them down to less goals than yourself is going to be a hard task for anybody.
Good old-fashioned deliberate there. We haven't seen a deliberate free kick
Right
play
in
for
front of
somebody.
us. It
Was
was
that
very-
still a rule?
With the old lasso rule.
Is
You're
that still a rule?
Yeah, it is still a rule. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter whether it's deliberate or not, does it?
Well, no, Wally Pankhurst deliberately
It was
made no
very
attempt to keep that in
obviously-
Yeah,
play.
I agree with that. I actually agree with that. He literally made no qualms about showing everybody that I want this ball to go out of bounds. There's
Into the
only somebody with the
construction
style of Holly Pankhurst can get away with, except that he didn't get away with it. All right, so Stanley Velt will take the kick. It's been a good duel between those two. I know he's ended up with 6, but it's certainly not through any mistakes or flaws of Wally Pankhurst's game. He's played a great game. As it paddled towards it, Henderson, quick hand pass. That was lightning quick. And Stanley Velt.
No, that wasn't Stanley Velt, that one.
I
Oh, it was. It was number 27, whoever that was.
need to go to
Emily
OPSM.
again.
Emily.
Yeah.
Why do those two look so similar? I need to go to OPSM. I think I really do. Oh gosh.
Would you,
I
bel-
got
would you-
Emily and Malhan mixed up before. But that's,
would you believe it if I said that was Mia Wilson that kicked that one?
Yes.
Wilson's come back for a bag.
Well, the way things are going for me at the moment, yes. So Emily, they do look very similar.
They
don't
do look very similar.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yep.
can see where you come. Yeah.
They probably look nothing alike up close, but from this,
I think he should have been a bit more excited too, just Gwali. He was very low key there for that one. That was a
Yeah.
lovely little goal.
You know, and so is Stanley Velt. Neither of them they get overly excited. I'm going to call out and see if they can come up with a subdued goal celebration.
Preserving
Nothing
energy.
too over the top, but just, I don't know, some bat wings or something. Back in the middle now as we start. Maitland Saints still forging away. Pankhurst does well here. Looping hand pass out. Follows it up. He doesn't stop. He embodies the spirit of the Maitland Saints there, Wally. And the ball now, turnover. Goodall gets it. Hand pass inboard to Arthur. He's got an option in Henderson further afield. Henderson outbodied on that occasion. Thought maybe illegally, not the case as the umpire as Drummore drives it into the forward line for the Maitland Saints and puts it up just in that right spot for their forwards. And here's a shot. We are and have been and we shall continue to pray to those footy gods to give Riley Newstead a break. Let's fire this one through. He's had a couple of shots at it. He's been in this situation a few times. There's none more deserving than this man. So, collectively, we will manifest a positive result here and will this through for the Maitland Saints captain on his 150.
I feel his teammates are definitely looking for him as the target on his 150 games.
Yeah.
He's given him some opportunity, but Can he?
It looks really good. So deserving. Listen to the crowd. They love him here. It doesn't matter, rain, hail or shine, win, lose or draw. Riley Newstead shows up and he embodies the spirit of the Maitland Saints every single time he pulls on that jumper and laces up his boots. What a fine contributor and a standard bearer for football in our local area, and most certainly for here, the Maitland Saints. He is Saint Riley, the patron saint of good football persons. You know what? He is. He would lead. I think he could lead just about anybody. He's that type of bloke. Well done, Riley. But well-deserved goal. I tried to pump that up as much as possible. Cornford hand passes inboard to Pankhurst. Arthur arrives and does that good work. Manages to get the ball out to Logan Mahallam. He's tackled and called holding the ball. So still some fight, Arabella, by the Maitland Saints here. And guess who did that?
The women's team.
No, I mean just that. Riley Newstead, incidentally. But
he's got 52, the patron saint.
Oh, let's get another one. Am I allowed to yell out like a spectator? Not really. But I would love for him to get... Imagine getting 3 on a day like today. It's a big day.
You could still get 5.
He could get a bag. He could get a bag. Maybe.
You never know.
The footy gods might have just woken up. Not this time round. Mifford intercepts that one and kicks beautifully. Look at that. That's to Emily. He wheels around to Stanley Vale and he's run out, worked out of it by some dour defence by Isaac Berthold. So, a stoppage here from out of bounds.
What was impressive about that bit of play was that, Chop, you got both names correct.
I did, yeah. I actually stopped, paid genuine attention that time. As Castelnuovo wheels around. He kicks one to the top of the square. Lloyd's got it. Hand passes further afield to gain some ground. Henderson on the outside, check side, flip side. And not so. Good effort, though.
I tell you what, they were a little wayward early, but then they must have had a good run of goals since then.
Yeah,
because they were 5 goals 8 or something, and they're now 16-10, so they've really tidied it up.
Yeah, didn't they? They made it look far more respectable. 16-10, 106. It's a mountain of score and continuing to accumulate. So the kick further out wide. Mark taken by the Saints. How will they think their way through this? They're limited with the avenues to goal. Riley Newstead with 2. And it was Jed Gaston, I think, who kicked the other one. And this could be dangerous. It looks like another one to Stanley Velt, or could it be Emily? No, it's definitely Stanley Velt. Yeah, look at them standing next to each other as they run past each other. Yep, same guy. So that's another one. 7 goals to NSV. He just keeps pouring them on and gaining some ready supply from further afield.
Critical error, wasn't it, from the Maitland Saints? They went to switch it, but yeah, didn't hit the target, and then bang, game over.
Yeah, they're horrible ones to cough up at this stage of the game when you're just trying to stem the flow. But they are a good side, and the Killarney Vale Bombers are at that stage this year especially. They have emerged from the wilderness, and they will find an opportunity or create one from anywhere these days.
32-51 at Fayen. The Marlins have kicked away. Marlins 51, Nelson Bay 32. So a couple of early goals.
Hang on, you said Marlins 31 and Nelson Bay.
Warners Bay 32. So Nelson Bay.
They're fighting an inner war against themselves.
Nelson Bay out in front, 51-32.
Right, okay. Warners Bay probably still probably gathering themselves from that disappointing loss and unexpected
3 o'clock start there, so there's still plenty of time left in that game.
Yep. Pankhurst, long delivery into the forward line. No one reading the fall of that well for the Maitland Saints. And the Bombers look like they're going to be able to take control of this and surge away from that defensive line with relative ease.
Yeah,
If
they
not
look like they're
speed.
trying to slow it down as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Just
That's
trying to kill some time. I think
Yep.
they're tired, saving themselves for next week. But
Mhm.
yeah, Saints now still in with a chance, and yeah, we're scoring them in this fourth quarter, and I reckon they've still got a good chance of this, a fourth quarter win. But yeah, Bombers just still seem so dominant, and yeah, really on their players in their forward 50.
This is a really important stage of the game for the Killarney Vale Bombers. I mean, they're very serious about their chances and their charge towards finals this year and playing in the grand final. They're out and about to try and get that. It's evaded them for a long time now. But this stage of a game like this, it's so critical for those players out there to maintain their focus and stick to those strategies and the things that are working for them, and not just wander off or drift off because it's an easy win and a comfortable one at this stage. Because the top sides are ones that can turn it on and flip games in half a quarter, can't they, Shane? They really have that capacity. So the Bombers, who by all accounts will be newest to that final series this year by finishing sort of consecutive 5th and 6th and 7th sort of positions, new to the finals this year. They want to make sure they maintain that standard of performance right through to the very end. Stick to those structures, fine-tune that game plan, and stay a well-oiled machine at all stages of the game.
Yeah, well, they're looking ahead to next week too, where they play Nelson Bay. So Nelson Bay,
Oh, heavily met.
another team that'll be looking for finals. That might be Castel Nuovo that's down there.
Yeah, Newstead had a crack at his third goal, but unfortunately just missed that. So yeah, it was a long way out though.
It just heavily met. Tom Castelnuovo, he's a tough customer too, but he was crunched then, running truly.
Yeah, so next week, Killarney Vale head on the road up to Dick Burwell to play Nelson Bay too, so that will be a tough road trip for them. We're going to be seeing Maitland next week. They're down at Wyong. That is our broadcast match of the round, 2 p.m. from Don Small. So yeah, we're going to see these teams again. Also next week down at Hilton Moor, Terrigal Avoca versus Newcastle, City 1 versus 2.
Oh,
That's
wow.
going to be an interesting little clash as well.
Wow. I might call in sick. It's highly likely. That is a ripping game, just up the road from home too.
You'll do your own commentary.
But you
filming from your
won't,
phone.
you won't have the magpie roll, because the magpie roll was outstanding last week at Don Small. I can't wait to get back there.
It was a good one. Still got to catch a train though. As Pike tries to pick that up below the knees, can't do it. Newstead still going for the Saints. Pops a high one up. Good contest there on the wing. As Flack meets player.
That
And the ball is
construction.
bundled out to the... Sorry?
I was going to say the fence came in handy there.
Yeah.
As it bounced back. No time
Yeah, it has
wasted
returned
at
the ball.
all. It's
No, that's
returned
good. They
it
should
to
have
the-
that behind those goals down there. That
All
would
around
be
the
great.
ground.
As Cornford, he's battled Manfully all day as well. Kicks one forward. Wellburn can't quite take that mark. Hand pass by Bragg. And does not find a target on this occasion. Pankhurst intercepts neatly. Gets his hand pass further afield to Berthold. The kicker gets the Maitland Saints out of danger for the time being. Drummore still rolling along. The ball now picked off by Pike. He's almost done a 360, gets rid of the ball just in time. Stuck in the dead set centre of a host of Saints. Good ruck work there again by Drummore. Ends up with Pankhurst. He's crunched and sent to the ground, and a free... Is he penalised for that? Free kick going to Pankhurst. So, yeah, incorrectly dealt with in terms of the tackle there, and I think that went the right way in the end. Pankhurst, he's got an option in the middle. Dangerous kick, brought to ground. Ladder, he's tackled before he gets hold of it. Emily now for the Bombers. Hand passes further afield. A foot race to get to that ball. And a pylon in shoes. The ball's still alive. Gets outboard. Bragg for the Bombers. reeling through, can't get it. Pankhurst chimes in again. He gets an effective hand pass to his captain,
Oh.
Newstead, and heavily met there. That was Latter. Eyes for the ball only, and just ran into a rampaging Bombers player. I think he'll be a little rattled, but he should be okay, let's hope. We've seen enough carnage for the Maitland Saints already. We don't want to see any more. A little bit winded, a little bit fatigued. Probably seen a couple of canaries at the moment, Oliver Latter, but hopefully he'll get back to his feet. He's had a good day today, and they can ill afford to lose another midfield type.
Yeah, he's going to stay on the field. What a trooper. Limping
Yeah.
back, and he's going to take the free.
He's had a good game today. He's done his very best. He's going to go home sore boy, as most of these players will do. As the kick goes out towards Drummore, it can't quite get it. It's a long way for a man of that size to bend down and pick up on the half volley, but he's done very well to at least hold it up long enough for teammates to arrive in support. And the stoppage, not the worst result in the end. Bragg versus Drummore. Drummore should win that quite easily, but he gives it to the voice of Emily, who in effect kicks the ball out of bounds on the bounce. And this final 2 minutes can't go quick enough.
No, it is getting real cold,
wind,
isn't it?
The chill wind. I feel like
my bones.
I feel like I just went on a adventure tour to Antarctica. It's freezing here, Maitland, and that's something I don't associate with Maitland generally. Counting down the final minute and a half now. And we apologise for the slightly lacklustre sounding in her voice, but a chill wind just cut across the Max McMahon Oval. And this game has been decided long ago. The Saints still battling away. Wellborn with the mark now. Option in board. A dangerous option, but he did it well. Waited beautifully. Too high for Cornford, that kick though. And Pike, who was waiting right behind him like a lurking great white shark on a surfer. Oh, sorry, that's probably a bad term for me to use. Sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Arabella, I just was not. They don't do that to surfers.
Go back to your tarantula one. What's your tarantula one?
Yeah,
You
sorry.
used that just because I was here.
Yeah, I didn't
You
actually.
did.
It wasn't until I said it and then went, oh, that's an awful thing to do. But take nothing away from
Bombers.
Pike's goal as we joke about great white sharks and the other. Pike, which is also a name for a fish, a predatory fish, incidentally, has kicked a goal. So well done.
And risky play there by the Bombers. Yeah, sorry, no, the Saints. They just went back around and, I think they're in this final minute. They're just going to give it their all. But, it would be really good to see them back with the ball in their forward 50. But who knows now? It's not long at all.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll have a good look at the replay of this and pick a few things that they could do differently. But they were always up against it coming to today's match. And the result probably very much along the lines of what many would have predicted. We feel for the Maitland Saints and their captain, 150 games to Riley Newstead. We congratulate him wholly and solely. 2 goals for him and easily hit the best on ground for his team on the day. Small consolation for him at the moment, I'm sure, because it's a lamentable 150th, but he's a great servant. We wish him the best. But it's the Killarney Vale Bombers that continue their ascension up the AFL Hunter Central Coast Black Diamond Cup League. They are a force to be reckoned with, and they have new superstar products popping up everywhere. Some tough selection choices for Ben Roberts in the weeks to come, I would imagine, and exciting times overall at the hangar as the Bombers take this one out 18-10, 118 to 3-5-23. It's been a wonderful day today. Arabella, is there anything you'd like to add about the day today?
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant. Just good to see the Saints just giving it their all and, in their home ground as well, the local crowd getting around it, the barbecue. putting on a show. So, yeah, excited to be back next time for sure.
One of the best venues here at Maitland, and thank you so much for joining us today. Maybe one day you can invite me to come and do some surfing commentating. Look, I got comments like
You won't
great
be able to
white
use
shark.
that great white shark.
like that.
It'd be real popular.
Yeah. Shane Darwin, how do you see today before we wind it up?
Listen, overall, love coming out here to Max McMahon. It's always a good day. Plenty of heart from the Saints, but Killarney Vale, too good in all 3 grades, and it showed through at the end of the day, especially in that last one. But a good day out nonetheless.
Always is. We love it here at Maitland Saints. Max McMahon Oval, our good friends here at the Maitland Saints. Tough day for them overall, but that spirit shone through, and can't wait till we come again. Well done to the Killarney Vale Bombers. Thank you so much for joining us here. We love our footy in the Black Diamond Cup competitions, AFL Hunter Central Coast. We'll see you next week with Match of the Round.
This has been a Scene Production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.